Oh, have I got some stories to tell you. Probably won't all come out in this video. It's been wild. Now back in Grantham, England, after travelling back yesterday. After leaving the last Airbnb, we booked for 4 nights early after the first night because it was horrendous. Oh, so much to go into. We just wanted 4 nights to try and relax after all the madness, because we've had to change plans to come back for an appointment or two. And to be honest, I think it'll work out better because we worked so hard to sort the stuff for the van and get out the house and sort stuff, sell stuff, and it was good. It was really good what we achieved, but the van ended up, I think, especially because we were on the way to set for a month, and yeah, we would have rocked up and moved a load of the stuff in for the month and settled in, and it would have been nice. And we've just been in and out of the van and some weird Airbnb experiences, and it's just highlighted that I think we need to shed a little bit more stuff in the van, shuffle a few things around, organise, just so it's all optimized for the short stays for traveling down, and also the longer stays, and just so we've got space also to utilize the van for the rear lounge and maybe even sleeping in it as well. We could achieve, I think, now we're back thinking about it, I think that would be a good option. Just because if the Airbnb's for 1 night, it's check in at 4 and check out at 10, so you're basically rocking up, having some food, going to sleep and getting out. You might as well maybe do a hotel, or just sleep in the van. Makes sense, doesn't it? But yeah, this last Airbnb, oh my God. Really full on lady. It was in the middle of nowhere. We wanted a bit of isolation. Well, just somewhere that didn't look like some kind of boxy flat. And this place looked like it had character, pretty good reviews. And I mean, 4.5, that's probably not that great for Airbnb, thinking about it. Because at most Airbnbs are really highly reviewed. It's, yeah. But we got there and she was quite full on. We were quite tired. I couldn't get the van up to the place. And she was like, oh, you should have told me that you were bringing a van. It's like, well, you see the pictures, you see the Airbnb, it has a parking space. She said it has 1 parking space. You don't then go, oh, I'm bringing this vehicle. It's not massive. And most places have access. All the other places have had access. But yeah, the place, yeah. The main three, we basically had to leave. I woke up at 3 a.m. to a noise after being asleep and having some food and stuff, and woke up to a noise, but it was actually some scratching in my ear. I had an insect in my ear. It was terrifying. I was absolutely horrified, because then it started escalating and scratching around in my ear. I was absolutely petrified. Started looking online at what I could do, and it was just like the most horriblest feeling I've ever had in my whole life. It felt like I was being attacked by aliens from the inside. And you're just like, well, what can I do? And I was moving my head around and stuff, and trying to research what to do and try to like move it to get it out. I didn't want to like put my finger in to poke it in or do that. And some solutions said like get oil out, or put some oil in to get it out, or try and move your head around and stuff. So I ended up going downstairs and moving it around, and then going up and waking up Emily. And I think it must have come out later on, because it did stop, but it kind of stopped for a little bit and then continued again. Oh, it was just horrifying. So we kind of had a cup of tea, and then we went back to sleep for a bit, and we were just like, this place, we just started noticing how dirty it was, and how just certain areas were just really disgusting. And, you know, preparing food in a place for having a son and a family, just not good. And also, there was a can of the fly spray Raid there, and there was like dead bumblebees on the floor and insects. And I know places get insects, that is life, but she had used that much of the Raid spray. This place was really airy as well. It was like an old sheep pen. It was just really rickety, airy, also very cold at night. But we had the door open, and we were airing it out, this Raid spray, for hours, and it still just stunk of these chemicals. And there were just different smells in different areas of the place as well. It was just like drainy smells, weird chemically smells. But this Raid fly spray, I think, had been sprayed that much that the curtains were just soaked in it. So you just got this chemical spray, and we're just obviously wanting to reduce as many chemicals as possible, because they're not good for you. So yeah, it took so much energy to get all the stuff out of the van the night before, but we packed it all up, got it down. And also, this place didn't provide bedding and sheets, which is weird. Like, it's Airbnb. I've never been to an Airbnb where you have to bring your own bedding and towels. And when we got there, she was like, did you bring your towels and bedding? We're like, yeah, well, we have them, yeah. She was like, oh, I do have them, but I asked people to bring them. So just a bit weird. And also she said, the heating I normally charge, but I won't charge you. She did give us a pizza, which was from a freezer, which was a nice gesture, but I think she was overcompensating for the lack of cleanliness. Obviously the surface cleaning had been done, but just there was just dust and filth and grime in all areas, really. So we got out of there, and I just left the key, and we were just like, let's just get back to the UK a few days early, hang with my parents, reset, and sort the van, sort these appointments, sort a little bit of other business out, and then really go away, really feeling 100% complete. We've still got this place in set that we've paid for, but that is what it is. Ooh, windy. I haven't got my windy proof one on. I hope it's all right. So I texted her when we were at the docks and was just like, yeah, we've had to leave. I had an insect in my ear, which was horrible. Emily's feeling nauseous because of all of the chemicals being sprayed. And just also number 3, just the general cleanliness. And she called straight away, and I didn't answer because I was just waiting for the passport control at Calais. And then she started firing texts, and we just knew this would be the case. And she was just like, don't believe anything you're saying. This is ridiculous. I'm so angry. This has never happened in 22 years. And she took a picture. We'd cleaned the floor. We had cleaned up. We'd removed everything. We'd left it in good order. The only things we didn't do, we cleaned all the pots, but there was only one tea towel that was pretty dirty and old and wet. So, and we had to get out of there because I had this problem in my ear. So the pots, we'd washed everything, but we just left them to dry. And also I'd taken out some of the trash, some of the pieces of glass, because I knew where that was, but we just forgot to take the black bin out. And she fired these pictures and was just like, this is disgusting. You have left my place. I need to check the whole place. And yeah, it just escalated. I was just like, look, this place is just not fit for a family to be preparing food. I'm trying to sort this amicably. We'll just request a refund, and we'll go on our merry way. And she was like, this is disgusting. And then she sent a picture of my van, and she was like, I will call the police. And I was like, the police? Wow. What are you going to say? Hi, officer. What's the problem? My Airbnb guest did not take out the bin. Oh, I see. This is very serious. We'll gather the troops up immediately and get after them. Just like, wow. We knew. I predicted this behaviour from this kind of personality type. And 350 quid for this place for 4 nights, and you don't even get bed sheets. And it was just, it had outside. She was nice, and I even said in the message, like, she actually started attacking me. She was like, I feel sorry for your son and your behaviour. All I've done is just said the fact. She said she didn't believe me, and thankfully we took some pictures, because I just said we need to take like 10-12 pictures just in case this goes south. Like, we'll try and sort this amicably. And I even said to her, she started personally attacking me, and I was like, she was like, I even gave you pizza, and I have friends that are doctors and they know me and I am a good person. I'm like, that's not, the pizzas are nice. And I said, you're nice. I have not attacked you. I said, you are nice, but that's not the thing in question here. I said, I had an insect in my ear. I mean, that might happen, but the place did feel a bit, old and infested. Number 2, all the chemicals, and number 3, the general cleanliness. But she's taken that on a personal attack and then started attacking me and saying how she feels sorry for my son and saying that she knows doctors. Just, wow, just crazy behaviour. And then I was just like, well, we stayed at the first Airbnb for a night on Emily's account. That went really well because Emily met the cleaner and we were talking, and we had washed up all the pots there. But the tea towel was like the size of just a bloody tissue, and it was soaking. And we saw the cleaner. We said, look, we've cleaned up, we've sorted everything, we've put the laundry in the basket, I've washed up all the pots, but we just don't have another tea towel. And she was like, no, that's absolutely fine, I'll take care of it. So we've not had a review from that one. But then this morning, after all of this, we updated my parents and trying to laugh about it. really. So I've got to go to Airbnb now. And she's like, I'm going to go to Airbnb and report your behaviour. It's like, I think she's really upset that we obviously left without talking to her, because she likes to check people in and out, obviously to try and, you know, sort out any kind of, what's the word, neutralise any potential negative reviews with her sheer force. And she doesn't have the key check. A lot of places have the key check-in, but disappointingly, the Airbnb that we found, that we had the 2-night stay, which was nice, it was a very, very clean place. And we met the lady. She was putting the curtains up when we got there, and then Francois came on the morning, was just like, oh, I am the owner, how are you? Very good, stay good. Yes, very, yeah, perfect, thank you very much. I was thinking, oh God, are we meant to check out at 9? And then I said, we check out at 10, diesel? And he was like, yeah, it's no problem, all good, all good. So it was like 8 o'clock, so I let Emily like have a shower and get ready and stuff. And I said, well, you get ready first and everything, and then maybe you, and then she cleaned up some of the upstairs. And then it was like, yeah, 10 to 9. So I had 10 minutes, get a shower, and an hour to clean the place and load the van. So I was loading the van, had a shower, kind of cleaned up all the upstairs, stripped all the bedding, even folded the bedding, you know, so it wasn't left all crumpled. And it was nice. Yeah, made sure all the upstairs was done. The toys were away, because they had all these nice toys. Just made sure it looked, you know, pretty much as we were there. All the floors were clean, you know, there was no rubbish, no marks, no crumbs. All the towels in the laundry. And then went downstairs, cleaned up, wiped all the table, cleaned all that up, cleaned up all the pots, the dishes, the knives, put them all away on the dresser where they were, and the bowls, the plates, the pans, you know, because we cooked quite a few meals, so we had quite a few pots and pans. I had been cleaning as we go, but I hadn't cleaned from the night before and the morning, so there was just 2 meals to clean up from. And then I get the review, so an hour cleaning up. And I said to Emily, I said, well, the good thing is we are respectful guests. We've got great feedback on both our Airbnbs, and we've just stayed at 2 recent Airbnbs, and we've behaved impeccably, or so I thought. The review comes back from Francois. The first word is disappointing. I'm like, what? Disappointing that there was grease on one of the pans, and we didn't clean up all the pots and pans, which I did. Everything was clean and put away. There was nothing left out. Nothing left out. I even folded all the cloths and the tea towels, double checked everything. And he said also the floors were messy. It's like, the floors were messy. Okay. What floors were messy? And you're going to come in and hoover and mop anyway. We have a child, so there was probably just some crumbs under the kitchen table, which is a thing. They had a high chair. They expect babies. They're a family. And so I was just like, wow. And then at the Airbnb thing, it says suggestions for next time: clean up before you leave. So like, I spent an hour cleaning up, a bit of grease on a pan and some crumbs on the floor, and you get you're getting bad reviews. So I'm just like, what is the message here? Probably no one-stay Airbnbs, but just I was just hoping for a good review from Francois, because I busted my ass to make sure it was all nice. Lots of people, they don't even clean up and do the, you know, remove the bedding and all of these things. It's so yeah, it's going to be interesting with this Airbnb complaint procedure, because I know they favour the hosts a lot. I only had one problem in Bali once when we went to an Airbnb. We used to go off and rent Airbnbs with groups of 4 or 6 people, you know, have a bit of time on a different island or area of Bali. And it all went well. There was just one time where we turned up and it just really was not as listed. And I called and they were just like, oh no, we're just going to favour the host. And I was like, oh right, great. I paid like 600 quid on my account and just lost all the money. It's like, oh great. So it's going to be interesting. Really interesting. But luckily I've got this WhatsApp chat for personal attacks and threatening to call the police. Just so yeah, glad to be back, glad to be out of there, because I think booking the Airbnb and set, we'd obviously looked at the areas, you get to, you know, filter, and we'd done lots of different searches, and the one that we booked we felt really comfortable with, I'm really happy with. And you got time to do your research and message the host with any questions and things like that. I think we're definitely learning a lot. about Airbnbs. We'd had like some criteria that we were looking for, but I think what we need to do is also, there's certain criteria that you search with Airbnb, but parking, for example, some places they say they have free parking, but is that parking on the property or is it just free street parking? So there's loads of little things, and can a van access that parking, like this drive problem we had here? And it was my fault. I should have asked if we should have bought a van. It's like, God, sorry for trying to give you business and stay. I mean, an Airbnb, you go into a hotel, you don't strip the bedding, you don't do that. And I know it's there like a home, but you're paying good money to stay in the place. There's going to be wear and tear. There's going to be things that go wrong. There's going to be glasses that are smashed and maybe a bit of grease on a pan. Oh, sorry. We booked the Airbnb with a kitchen so we could actually cook our own food. Heaven forbid there's a few crumbs lying around. God, it's just a bit harsh, really. Like trying to be respectful, clean up for a whole hour, and then you get this email. And then I've got this other psycho to deal with. Tried to be really calm and amicably, and just the personal attacks and threatening to call the police, and then sending a picture of my van when she's saying threaten to call the police. It's like, this is turning into comedy. But that's the update. I'm just making my video for yesterday. Today is going to make another video later, but yeah, we're going to have some chill time. Great night's sleep. Parents welcomed us with a roast chicken dinner, 24 Yorkshire puddings, gravy, veg. God, they've been amazing. Thank you so much. Just what we needed. It's yeah. So we're gonna optimize, sort out, be here for a week or so, and then go back out fully optimized and a lot wiser with Airbnbs, that's for sure. All right.